I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Hisame Fuji joins us. Hi!
Hello.
Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Oh yeah, hi. My name is Hisame Fuji. I'm an assassin VTuber. Basically a former chef,
Mm-hmm.
and I switched jobs because I kind of needed more money.
Mm. Well, I can see that, and if you were playing Fallout, you could use both skills at the same time.
Definitely.
You'd have especially in New Vegas, you could there's one restaurant you could serve that all day long and you'd be perfectly fine. Uh,
That's a dream. That's a dream right there.
so how'd you get started in VTubing?
um, this is gonna come off as really like a weird start, but I got bored. I mean, I have three jobs.
Mm.
Um, I have three jobs, and I just got bored. And
Well,
this one day, I saw someone who's using an avatar, and I was like, "Man, you can do that! You can actually stream without showing your face to people. Let me try that." So I just tried to look up for an avatar. I tried to imagine my avatar and have it made, and the rest is history. After that.
how do you find time with three jobs?
It's a really good question. I honestly don't know either because, uh, so I'm free. I'm okay to disclose this. I'm okay to disclose this here. It's not really uncomfortable whatsoever. But I am managing like Zoom calls for people,
Ah, okay.
and that's the gist of the job right there.
Ah,
It's more of a streaming thing, but not really. It's like me being a technical sport gal in the background, and I got bored, really bored.
yeah.
So I started streaming. I always stream every week, like every weekend, because that's the only free time I got. So yeah, if you notice, if you look at my Twitter account, I don't even have a single schedule like the other VTubers. I have nothing at all. I was just winging it, basically.
Yeah, but you're doing it real well. I mean, if this is something you're just doing on a whim, you're hiding it pretty good.
That's kind of true.
I mean, really, it sounds like it's something you took to pretty quick. Is that true, or are you just that good of a sleight of hand person?
God, I wish I was that good. I mean, I got used to multitasking at my job, so probably that helped me a lot as well. I started at Bilibili before I switched to Twitch,
Right,
and
right.
I'm still doing it back then, like way back. I'm just winging it with the streaming every weekend, just that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you wouldn't be doing it if you weren't having fun and it was kind of an escape anyway. 'Cause, 'cause
Yeah,
I think your time is
that's
probably
true.
really valuable at this point. Stuff you can do for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, even if I'm sick, I'm not like taking a leave because I in real life I kind of really need the money too,
Mm. Oh
but
yeah.
maybe I'm just a workaholic. Either way,
Yeah.
I can't really describe myself at this point. Maybe I'm just a workaholic.
Yeah.
I think that's the right word for me at this point.
Yeah. But here you get a chance to work and play at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the Avatar thing kind of brought you in a little bit when you were bored to do that. Had you seen what was it, a particular VTuber that kind of inspired you, or was it different ones?
Um, that's a really good question. I was going through YouTube at the time, and I saw Gogura, I believe
Mhm.
streaming,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Is that an anime girl?" Then I watched her. I was like, "Whoa, you can actually do this?
Yeah.
That's so cool!" I was like mind blown because I never heard of a VTuber before. I
Right.
was like, if if I try to, to leak my own search bar for YouTube, you can only see one thing, either fairy tale or Detective Conan, or more or less One Piece about Sanji. That's it.
So you don't have your toolbar isn't exactly crowded.
Yeah.
But really, it's if you're going to look at somebody to emulate, I mean, you might as well have look at one of the ones with the most audience.
Oh
It's
yeah, I mean, that was just in my recommended out of nowhere. It was just in my recommended. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I want to do this.
yeah.
Unfortunately, at the time, I don't know how to draw,
Uh,
and I really don't want to. I know that this might piss up some people, but way before, I have no idea of where to get my model. I don't even know people can draw models for you at the time. So I saw this thing on my phone about an app that can make your avatar, and I
yeah.
used that for like a couple of months before I realized, oh my god, somebody can actually draw something for me. So I think I'm just gonna ditch this now. And I completely removed it, like completely wiped it out of existence. I went as far as deleting my old YouTube channel just so that thing cannot see the light of day ever again.
Oh my. So if someone was able to dig that back out and show it to you,
I'm just gonna laugh, I guess. I'm just gonna laugh
um,
because that was so humiliating at my part
oh
because it was quote unquote an AI, I believe,
oh
and I have no idea. Way before, I have no idea. Like I
yeah.
was completely useless. If someone's gonna show that to me, I was like, "Wow, you actually saw that? That's weird."
Oh, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And you learned a few things, and then you were able to get the model. Did you design the model yourself, or did you just kind of tell them what you wanted?
My the artist, my mama who created the model, um actually kind of designed the half of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I already have an idea about the hair,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like a braid in my character. It's my mama's braid. So
Mm-hmm.
I asked her to, yeah, can you please put that there? I
Mm-hmm.
want that in my model. She was like, okay, sure. And yeah, that happened.
That's cool. That's cool that you're able to do that. And since then, it's been it's been the model that you wanted.
Yeah, it's been my model. I have it on my phone. I have it on my PC actually. Background. Can you believe it as a background? But yeah, I that's my go-to model now.
Yeah.
The one that I'm using right now is the same thing that I will ever use. I'm actually making because that model Hisame was made with just half a body. Because again, I don't have any money at the time, so I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's kind of out of my budget. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it certainly works, and it's certainly a great idea. I mean, and you're enjoying yourself, right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's what. So when you got into it after having watched a little bit of it and having done all sorts of behind the scenes type of stuff for other people on the internet, um, when you had your own audience, how did that feel?
It was something new, definitely.
Mm.
Because there were times before that I'm playing a game. I'm just playing a game, that's it. But having an audience talking to you while you're playing the game, it's it's a surreal feeling,
Mm.
might I say. It's something that I never experienced before, and it's really refreshing to think that people will either cheer on you or teach you how to do stuff, and you're just there, you're doing it because they're helping you.
Yeah. Yeah. Or hindering you.
Oh yeah.
They're
Or bullying me. I just wanted to say that
yeah,
my
yeah,
mods out there, they're
yeah,
bullying me.
yes,
So
yes, mods.
yeah, my mods right there. You
Yeah,
guys are listening. You know who you are.
yeah. And then the mods start bullying you, and then it's all over with at that point. You just might as well just you're,
Yeah.
you're just cashing in. So when you're on, what type of games are you playing?
I'm more into horror games, horror survival games. I'm a Resident Evil baby,
Mm.
so I always play Resident Evil, Outlast. My go tos are always either Resident Evil, Outlast, or any survival games from itch.io. That
Mm.
website was amazing.
Ah.
Um, purchase games there, then bam, rest is history. It's amazing.
Ugh. So are you one of those folks who can deal with jump scares, or would you rather have the horror go long term and be afraid for your life every second of the time?
It's it's both with a lot of swearing, definitely.
I didn't know you played golf.
Oh my god, no. Well, I wish I was, but apparently I'm not.
That happens in golf too. There's a lot of swearing in golf. You don't hear it on the TV because the microphones aren't so loud. But no, it's the jump scares really get you, or are you? I mean, do they get you once, or do they get you every time?
You get me every time.
Oh,
I play horror games purely because of adrenaline,
mm.
and at the same time they always get me. I play the game twice and it always gets me every time. I know it's coming and it always still gets me, and I don't know why, but it's fun, so
Yeah,
I guess I'm sticking with that.
yeah. Because it does. Is there screaming and cursing involved?
A lot, a lot, a lot, definitely a lot.
Oh my gosh! But then you go for the ones that have the long term ones too. Is it is the spook involved with that just as thick as the jump scares?
No, the longer ones. Sometimes when I'm so immersed in the storyline, instead of me getting scared, I get pissed off. Like,
Oh,
yeah, there are times when I believe there's this one game that I got really pissed off because the ending is not something that I was not expecting. I think that's Outlast. It's the very first time that I played it,
yeah.
and it is scary. Yes, the adrenaline is there, but the ending is. I'm not even gonna say the ending, but it was so annoying. Like it's so bad that I can't believe it was ending it that way. They're ending it that way, and that's it. Like there's no explanation whatsoever, and they were like, "Yeah, you guys have to figure out the rest. Bye," or something like that. It's so heartbreaking. It's so annoying at the same time, and I was like, "No, don't tell me it's ending it that way. No."
It was
And
all
yeah,
just a dream. That would be so angering. I'd go through a series again, and it was all a dream, and everybody was fine.
have you played Outlast before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, please give it a try, but just give it a try. I swear,
Oh, uh,
you're gonna feel what I'm feeling when
oh.
I play that game in the ending.
And they all live happily ever after.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wish, but yeah.
yeah. Oh, I was back in the old school games, old because I'm an old guy, and there were some of those games where you played through and you played through and you played through, and the end was congratulations, you win, and the game would shut
Oh
off.
yeah,
Like, wait a second, what happens after this? Nope, you win, thanks. Oh,
exactly. That was the games before. Those are the games before. That's how they worked before.
oh,
But now it's not like that anymore.
oh, it's
They're
worse.
more into either they're gonna either there's a cliffhanger, or it's just an ending that will either make you cry, make you laugh, or make you really get pissed, like
Yeah,
so bad.
yeah, yeah. But I'm surprised all of them don't have a cliffhanger because you always want them to come back and buy game two. You want to have some reason to do that. And
Mm,
just we'll like in the old Diablo games, they always had something happen. Oh no, the evil is still alive. So you know that Diablo 2 was coming out, but that would be really frustrating, especially I imagine in a horror game that you've already had all of your wits taken away from you by the game, and then they hit you with that at the end. Oh, that would be painful.
Uh,
That would be painful.
yeah.
When you're
Uh,
on stream with a game like that, is it tough to keep chat involved?
Sometimes it really isn't because they always go crazy. I don't have much viewers, to be completely honest, but I got a very active chat.
Mm.
So whenever they say something, I always read it. I always, I always communicate with them. Whenever I play those kind of games, I can literally see them panicking, and I'm panicking as well.
Let me
It's
give you a scenario here. Say have you
yeah.
have a situation where you're playing one of these horror games and you're going along, slowly and nothing's happening right now, but then you look and see that the chat is scrolling and they're trying to warn you about something that's coming up.
Um. Oh yeah.
Oh,
That happened definitely. That happened once.
oh,
I was playing. It was just today. I streamed earlier. I was playing Buckshot Roulette,
oh yes.
and one of the viewers were like, "Yeah, that's a live round," and I decided to take the quote unquote supposedly live round, and it's not. It's a blank round,
Mm.
and I think they were just laggy or something.
Yeah.
I think they were just lagging on their end, but the reactions are kind of late in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if it's my internet, but yeah, I saw the whole thing. It was like they were like panicking.
Yeah.
You're making really insane decisions in your life, Hisame. I was like, yeah, I know. Definitely, I know that.
Boom. Hold it up to your face and boom. I kind of understand that game, but I also don't understand that game. I guess. Um, there looks like there's a lot of math involved, and
Well, um, how do I put this? Pardon me for the word, but it's more of a gambling thing. It's not
ah,
like physical gambling.
right,
It's like you the buckshot relay is like you gambling for your life,
right, right. I would have,
so to speak.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would have lost it very, very early. It would have been 5-0 or
Oh,
whatever it takes. I'm, I would,
you should give it a shot.
yeah, literally. That'd probably take how many? Five of them?
It depends on the game. It depends on the game mode. Sometimes they're giving out 50-50
Uh,
with the shotgun shells.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just like I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I don't seem to be very good at those odds. When I was younger playing board games or whatever, if there was an 88% chance to do something, I would roll the 12%. I was the guy in D&D when I would roll the natural one when it comes to things. Not only did you lose, but you stabbed yourself and you're dead.
Oh wow. I actually wanted to try D&D for the longest time.
Yeah.
Like I really wanted to try it, but I have no idea how it works.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I've been saying to my friends like, "Man, we should try this. I should try playing this."
Hmm.
And then when they tried to explain the whole thing to me, I was like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
It,
Yeah. It,
yeah.
it
I always ended up with a with a question mark.
Yeah. Well, it was a little easier back in 1980 when I did it. It was there was basically just one book, and you had the whole thing in the book. Now there's so many things involved in it. I would be completely lost. Um, but it's fun to
Um,
watch people do it who know what they're doing, and that's why a lot of people watch the video game players in the first place because they
oh
they
yeah.
they love to watch you either win or choose crazy things and get yourself shot.
Ooh.
They live through your wins and failures. That and you'll get a mix of them in the chat too, which is always kind of fun. Um, is is
Mm,
is there a game that you haven't played yet on there that you'd like to give a shot to?
um, hmm. I I'm not certain. I'm not sure. Because like my VTubing career, I'm just winging all my game that I'm playing. Like I'm just winging it,
Mm.
everything. I see something that looks interesting, I'm downloading it on the spot and then playing it on stream. It's more of a random thing for me.
Yes. Well, that's a way to keep things fresh. I
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing. Let's say, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We'll do this one. So far, has it turned out well though? I mean, have you enjoyed the games you've chosen?
I do enjoy them so much.
Yeah.
Um, like I mentioned, the only one that I never enjoyed is Outlast. I don't know what they're thinking with that ending. I swear, I'm not letting that go ever.
You're so angry, you're gonna get a tattoo on your arm to remind you to never play it again.
Yeah,
That's mad.
yeah, that's insanity right there.
So, with the limited time you're able to do the streams, have you been able to do any collaborations?
I did a couple of times. I did. Now, the thing that sometimes I'm avoiding is, well, one thing is collaborations at some point,
Mm-hmm.
probably because of my anxiety.
Mm.
I'm the type of person that doesn't really know how to talk to other people. Like when I'm in a game, so let's say that I'm in a collab right now,
Right.
and a lot of people are talking.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I'm gonna say something or not because I'm starting to think that, oh, maybe if I talk it would come off as disrespectful, and I don't want that. I don't want them to feel it that way. So I'll just wait for them to ask me. Maybe, probably. If they didn't, then I'm just not gonna talk.
Uh,
So yeah,
well,
I've always done collaborations with my friends, but just with my friends, but
yeah.
not with some new people, because mainly because of that.
Mm,
I don't want to come off as disrespectful at some point.
yeah. Yeah. I would come up as the guy who was whining because no one was giving me the free stuff. No, I want to win this time. Let me win. It's not fair, guys. I'm dead again. But yeah, I imagine it's pretty tough for him. Given not only given that, I mean, obviously you'd be nervous about doing it in the first place, but if you're only able to do it on the weekends, um, your time on by yourself isn't all that long to start with. Now to try to schedule that and coordinate with somebody else would be pretty tough.
Mm. Oh yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Yeah, and then trying to figure
Um,
out whether it would work or not is also kind of tough.
Schedule wise, game wise, yes, it's gonna be tough because there was a time that I organized a collaboration. Believe it or not, I organized a collaboration for the worst game ever.
Mm.
Um, Cards Against Humanity on
Oh,
stream.
oh my gosh.
On on stream.
Oh,
That was so risky to the
yes.
point that after the stream I asked them not to post anything at all. Like just forget it even happened.
Yeah, but was it fun?
It was fun. It was definitely fun. There's a lot of crazies that happened in that game, and it ended up being really really fun. But I told them, yeah, I'm just gonna delete my VOD. Please delete your VODs too. I don't want you to post that. I think that the moment we post that, I think we're gonna be questioned, and I don't want that to, I don't want to happen to you guys. So let's just turn it off.
So,
And what?
so
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I say we're going to call that lost media and see if anybody can find it.
Yeah, I wish if somebody finds that, I'm gonna give them a round of applause because that's amazing.
Well, it's but at the time, I mean, it was probably pretty raucous. I bet that was pretty fun. That's a fun game to play with friends, and when you're not having to worry about people watching you.
Yeah, the thing is, one of the people in the chat actually said, "I'm pretty much sure you know about this, Hisa, but you were not supposed to stream this on Twitch. This kind of goes off with the TOS, you
Oh
know."
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, So you waited 3 hours for me to know that? Really? You've been here when I started the stream and you waited 3 hours for this, huh?
well, I mean, you got away with it. There's no proof. There's no proof. So, so you're like,
You know what? When you said that it's a lost media now,
yeah.
I before I'm thinking that there's no proof, but now I'm kind of scared. Somebody might really find it.
20 years from now, it'll still serve up. Remember when this happened? And you're
Oh
like,
God.
if
Oh God.
if believe me, if that's the worst you've got that's coming up from your past, your, your closet's very clean.
Yeah, pretty clean. I'm really hoping.
It says my closet's as big as a small mansion.
Jesus.
I'm gonna burn that thing down. Hope nothing survives. But I my there is a version of that for kids, believe it or not. And
Really?
my grandson has it, and we played it with my wife and I played it with the parents of the child, and we wouldn't put that on either.
Oh my God. They made something. They made that for kids.
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah. But
Oh no.
I'll say this right now: most of the answers are poop.
Oh my, oh my God. Of course it is.
Of course it is, and various things that
I
come
mean,
off of
it's for
that.
kids.
Yes, for kids, so it's gonna be that, but it's just as crazy. But and even again, I wouldn't put that on a stream.
Yeah, that's a very good decision from your part.
Yes, yes, and
I
uh,
have I have some very questionable decision making at some point, and that is one of them. Definitely.
yeah. I mean, it was fun. I mean, he enjoyed it because every answer was poop. Perfect for a 7-year-old at the time. Just don't take this to school. Don't no. And maybe if your friends come
just don't
over.
go anywhere with it.
No, we just keep it in your room for right now. Um, so with where you are right now with your streaming, um, I mean, did you expect to be about here, or did you have any real goals when you started?
um, the only the only goal. This might sound really cheesy at some point, but the only goal that I have is to have fun.
Mm,
Pretty much. That's the only thing that I want.
mm,
Stress free. I don't even think about anything else whenever I'm streaming. I just want to have fun. Either, feel a lot of emotions probably.
mm,
Getting followers and getting monetized and all that stuff is a bonus for me.
mm. Yeah,
I just want to have fun.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's people who do it for all sorts of different reasons, as you know. I mean, some people are trying to
It's
do it as
true.
a career. Some people are doing it as a side hustle, and some people
Mhm.
change their avatar and their name every couple of months because it's just this one's not working out. We'll do this one, this. But then there's people who are just there to enjoy yourselves, and they seem to be the folks who are having the most fun at it.
Oh yeah. I couldn't agree more. I mean, honestly, if I try to switch this from me just having fun to focusing it on being like the main or either a side gig or a
Mm,
main source of my income,
mm,
the fun, the quote unquote fun, would completely evaporate from that
mm.
hobby. Like right there and then, it's just gonna completely evaporate,
Yeah.
and I'll lose interest.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. And a lot of people fall into that every once in a while where they'll get something like oh crocheting or something as a hobby,
Mm.
and they'll start getting pretty good at it, and then they'll make something for somebody, and then they'll start, you know, family members will start like, could you make this for me? I'll give you $5 for it or something, and then they say, well, I could put this up, and now it's a job. and
Oh yeah.
they're like, I don't really want to do this right now, and they get their stuff done and they put all their crocheting stuff away and go to the next thing that they're going to get tired of because they make it into a moneymaker. Um,
Yeah.
that's kind of sad. But here, I mean, it sounds like you're having fun with it. Your chat's having fun with it, and it's something that you can go back to as an escape for yourself and them at the same time.
Hmm.
And if you're don't not feeling good and you just don't want to do it that day, you don't have to do it that day because you're not owing anybody. It's
Yeah.
you don't have.
And
Go ahead.
yeah, and to be like, you know, to be fair, I still kind of owe it to them because they're following me for a reason, like
Right.
for the content and stuff. But then again, I just stream on weekends, whatever I feel like it,
Yeah.
which is really weird because there's no way if you're gonna look at it in a different perspective, there's no way for you to gain a follower or anything at all if you're gonna stream on a whim, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I still kind of owe it to them. But there were times that I have like a weekend job and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm losing my time um for the streaming part, and I don't want them to make to feel like they're forcing me to stream.
Right. Right. And I imagine they know that. I imagine the chat knows that. Most of them anyway. Um, realize what they're doing, and the folks that are coming back, you know, once you start thinking like you have to take vacation time to to not stream, that's become more than a hobby, and it has become kind of a part time job for you. Um,
Mm.
in my opinion anyway for a lot of things, and I hope this stays for you something that you can enjoy and let the hair down a little bit and get a little crazy on the weekend and enjoy yourself because you are an absolute delight to talk with.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it and I imagine that I've just seen a little bit of the streams, but I imagine it's a lot of fun, and I really hope this can continue for you. And despite only being a here and there and everywhere schedule, I think you're going to pick up a good amount of people following you by the time you're done.
I'm really hoping it's a bonus for me, but yeah, crossing my fingers on that one.
Well, as long as you keep dying in weird ways in horror games, people are going to be following you.
Oh my god.
You're going to be that streamer.
Oh god, they're gonna know me as that streamer who plays a horror game and dies. And I know already that I'm gonna die, but I still died.
You,
God.
you, it's such a pleasure talking with you, and I thank you because it's not easy for you with your schedule to to loan me a little bit of time to bend your ear, but I do appreciate it very much, and I hope we can do this again very soon.
Yeah, I'm really hoping to. Again, I really like to apologize about last week. My molar tooth is the one to blame for it.
I,
And
yeah, we
please include this in the recording, but
yeah.
there was a time that I actually pulled out one on my tooth because it really hurt so bad.
Oh,
That was last week. And
oh
I
my
got
gosh.
hospitalized.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
yeah. For folks who don't know, we did have a scheduled interview the week before, but that's why I don't ever preview because life happens, and and that is definitely life because that hurts. That
Yeah.
that hurts. Get
I
that.
learned it the hard way.
That's right. You get that taken care of, and then we talk some more afterwards.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. I do. I appreciate it. We'll get you on again soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.